again. I haven't done an update on what I've been colouring for ages, so I thought I would do a quick one. It does go back to December because it has been a while, and this might not be all of them, but I just grabbed the ones that I know I've coloured in. Anyway, so welcome back. I'm not going to spend too long on this video, hopefully less than half an hour, even though there's a big pile. Just as a quick flick through of what I've done. So I've done quite a few buddy colours because they keep me motivated. And I'm sure I've done one in here. Uh-oh, I have. So this is my first one. I did a buddy colour with Pisces Colours. She's one of my ones that I do a lot of buddy colours with. So if anyone wants to see the buddy colour, it's over there. Not entirely sold on the background. I was trying something different. It's got a bit of a shimmer to it, but it didn't do what I wanted really. And this down here is done with stamps because I like playing with stamps. Alright, as I said, going back to Christmas, there's a few done in here. So December last year, as I said, I haven't updated what I've been colouring because life happens. It gets in the way of making videos and colouring and everything. So there's been a few months where I haven't coloured. So I've just done, I think 3 or maybe 4. I think there's another one. And whichever, oh no, 5. So this one, I like all the shimmers and the shines, which hopefully you can see as I flick through. Some of these pens have yellowed the pages a lot. Don't really care. I like colouring just for the fun of it. So I can just colour over the top of the yellowing or colour it in with acrylic markers. I think that's, oh no, I've done more in here. December I actually did quite a bit. And again, we've got some shimmers. So I've just got a few different packs of gel pens, so I can't honestly remember which ones I used. Can't remember which alcohol markers I used. Not Ohuhu. I don't have any Ohuhu. It was probably either Touch Mark or, actually it probably would have been my Touch Hero, Touch Mark, whatever they're called, because I think I bought my other ones after that. This one, I was a bit sad because it did go a bit streaky, but I still love the colour. This was just utterly simple, what I did. Red dress, red shoes, bit of highlights, and I think that was the last one in there. Yeah. So that's waiting for next Christmas. Fuzzy Tails, I think I've only done 1 in, and that was another buddy. Oh no, I've done 2. These were buddy colours with Pisces Colours again over Instagram. I tried to do sort of a fading night, but my pens were a bit shabby. Again, I'm pretty sure, considering the yellowing, I'm pretty sure this was the Touch brush markers, whatever they're called, and I did this one, which I was trying to do stonework up here with the colourless blender, and it didn't work, but I don't mind how the marble worked out down the bottom. So I think that's the only 2 I've done in there so far. This one I was doing just with my macaron pencils. So I bought a new set of Cooloo macarons, and I took this one on the boat. Where is it? Not going to be able to find it. No, there we go. So it's the biscuit page or the sweets page or whatever you like to call it, all done in Cooloo macarons. And that was mostly just to try it out. Then we've got ocean scenes, only a couple are done in here. This one I did ages ago. Could have even been last year, I can't remember. But the turtle I did recently. I was on a cruise, so I thought the turtle was an apt thing to colour. And the rest of it's just waiting. Cozy Times. I've coloured a couple of pages, so no, just 1. I was going to do the 2 pages. So I was going to do the train, and then I thought this page back here, which I was about to do, could be the same train. That's just me. Spooky Cutie. This is a group buddy colour that we're doing monthly. So this is, and then this is also a mixture. So this was acrylics that I did this one with, alcohol markers, acrylics and alcohol markers. I'm not too unhappy with the blending. I'm getting a bit better over time. And again, acrylics and alcohol markers mixture. And again, if you want to see any of these are over on my YouTube, over on my Instagram, the buddy colours that we did. This one was just a bit of fun. Again, streaky sky. I always get streaks when I do large colours. That's just me. I don't think changing markers is going to help. I think that's just how I colour. That one had a couple of different colours in the sky, and that's supposed to be blended. I don't know. And this one, this was probably one of my favourite pages that I've done. And then this one was just an experiment and no streaks. Anyway, so this one I did one of those ones where you have the circle and you do the supposed to be magic around the circle, and then next month's is coming up. So that one I've got a fair bit done in. Girl moments, I've done a few in, again, some buddy colours. So this one was a buddy colour with Pisces colour again. Again, we've got yellowing happening. Oh well. And then this one was a buddy colour with Nikki over at Instagram. I'm trying to remember what her handle is. Anyway, so this one it's really fun how it's turned out, because mine with the colours I chose kind of looks like should be a night scene, and hers is very much a day scene. Cozy Cutie, did I actually colour? Yes, I've coloured the vases in here. And there was another one I saw. Keep going past it. Should really put tags on these before I make one of these videos, shouldn't I? And the envelopes. And I thought there was a third one. Could have sworn there was a third one. Obviously not. Making it up. Girl spaces. I started this one kind of from the beginning. Actually, I didn't. I chose a couple of pages and I did those, and then I was just like, oh, I may as well just work through from the beginning. So that one I finished last night. That one's a new start. And then this one I finished a little while ago as well. And I like her. She's just fun. Comfy Patterns is one that I'm kind of working through from the beginning when I don't know what to colour. I just grabbed this one and I'm working my way through it. So, done that. This is supposed to be bacon in the background, I think. I think that's what I was aiming for. This one, my 3-year-old got his hands on and scribbled all over, so I just went over it with dark colours. You can kind of still see some of the scribbles, but that's okay. It was fun. Strawberries. I love my cats. I think the cats turned out super cute. And this one was just fun. And now it's fun. The acrylic around the edges finally dried. I'm actually happier with it. And same deal with this one. When the acrylic was all wet, I didn't like how the lines were looking, but now it's dry, I'm actually quite happy with it. So that's what I've done with that one so far. And I'm actually missing a colouring book. I'll have to see if I can find it. That's okay. If I can find it, I'll add it on later. Maria Trolls Universe. This is a pencil one. Did a while back. Really like this one. I love the stencil clouds. I thought they turned out super well. And it just makes me happy. So that's that one. I've got to move these. They're getting too tall. Alright, just a few more, and then I'll go see if I can find the other book that I know I'm missing. So this one I've just done 2 with, again, Buddy Colours with Pisces Colours, I should say. So we did the ship. I love how this turned out. I used metallic watercolours on the fish and the sails, and on the flag up the top was the copper watercolour, and hopefully it's showing up, but the metallics on that are great. And we did the octopus together. And again, completely different colours for each of us, so it's turned out really different. Vacation miniatures. I'm pretty sure I've done a few of these, and I've done them as buddy colours again. As you can tell, lots of buddy colours. Buddy colours keep me motivated. Oh, and this one's gone yellow from my scrappy paper. Oopsie. Oh well, I might have to colour the background in at some point. So this one I wasn't entirely sold on when I did it. I didn't particularly like how the straws turned out, but it's done. The ducks. I like my ducks. I tried to turn it into, I think, a mallard and a teal wing, which don't normally associate together, and a little bit of sparkle in the water to make it nice. And then I think I've done the giraffe. There's the giraffe. I do like how my ice creams turned out. So hopefully that's looking good on the screen. And was there any more? No, I've just got some marked. Oh yeah, I did the sloth. So that's the sloth one on the same castle, which is the same as the cover. But yeah, did it quite differently to the cover. So that's that one. Aquatic. I'm going the wrong way now. And then I've got the 50 mythical miniatures. Just done a couple of those. So I've done Kerberos, I believe it is. So the puppy dogs. And I like them. They've each got their own personality, even though they're all part of the same dog. And I've done Medusa, which I believe is back here, which is why I've got card in here. And Medusa. And these were also done with Pisces colours. So she's done Medusa in purples, which was quite cool. So yes, as you can tell, a lot of the ones I do are buddy colours. Then I've also got my small victories, which I'm working through. The only one that I've really finished in there is this one and these ones, which I've already shared when I was talking about the different pencils. And that's my project book for trying out different pencils. And then last but not least was another buddy colour from someone from Reddit. And I really like how the background of this turned out. So I used stamps again in the background to kind of give a wallpaper effect. And then we've got my mouse. This was coloured, I believe, with the Brute Food and metallics, which aren't really metallic. Yeah, not really metallic. And then the macarons, I think, up here from memory. I don't really write down what I've coloured them in. Now, as I said, I've got one book missing. So thanks for watching. If I find the next book, I will add the section here. Bye. Hello. Update. So I found my other books and I've done more than I thought. So, again, going back to December, Bazuhiki, Huggy, however you say it. So I just think that's the only one I've done in there. Yep. So just the very first one, writing a letter to Santa. And I tried to do the lighting effect. Fun. Alright, so these are my go-to ones, and I don't know how I forgot to pull them out. So if I don't know what to do, I've decided these are the ones that I just grab, other than the comfy patterns, and have a go at them. And even if they don't turn out well, so be it. So I've done the mouse. I'm just doing these in order as they come out. So, you know, some of them are good, some of them are whatever. This one was nice and easy. These are just nice, easy, mindless. While I watch TV, I can do some colouring. I like how my flower shop turned out. And that's as far as I got with that one. Same with Simple Art. This was my aim, was that I'm doing just bit by bit. Again, streaky colours, but whatever. And I was trying to do a moon scene, and the only one it really worked on as far as the lighting goes was my leaves at the bottom. So I've got to work on that a bit more. Whale, this is done in half in acrylics and half in alcohol markers. Just as an experiment. I'm also finding that the touch mark markers make these pages crinkle a lot more than some of the other markers. Even so, I quite like how that one turned out. And I think I've done a couple more, but not in order. So I did the undersea scene, and because that was starting to yellow the next page, I actually put some paper in to try and help prevent that. So there's jellyfish, and oh yeah, I was using a random bit of stuff to stop the things going through. And then the bridge, which I'm actually really happy with, even though the blending's not great. I do like the fact that I've tried it. I'm working on it. I'm getting there. I can see progress. When I look back at these older ones, I can actually see progress. And then I think that's all I've done in that one. Then we've got the safari miniatures. I've done a fair bit in this, I think. Oh no, maybe not. I thought I'd done some in this. Oopsie. Oh, I've got to work on that then, because I really like that one. Enchanted Faces, I have only done a couple, and I can't remember if I finished one of them. So her, hopefully this is showing up. Let's see. Yeah, I think the full thing's fitting in. And then, did I finish this one? No. This one was my experiment with the hair. I was trying to do blending with the hair, and that's with watercolor markers rather than alcohol markers. And then I've done one more. So I did her. And I love how her hair turned out. So I'm really happy with her hair. That was with alcohol. No, that was with watercolor markers as well, I think. So I've got some watercolor markers that I'm using. Yeah, that's with watercolor markers. I can tell because it hasn't really gone through. So just a few in there. Nighttime mandalas, I think I've done just the cover page. I started the next page. I'm doing this with gel pens. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I've done in there. And the jungle miniatures I have done quite a few of. So I've done my tiger. Now I can't get the pages to turn. Then the waterfalls, again, watercolor markers. You can kind of tell. Usually I can tell because, oh no, that was watercolor markers and alcohol markers, because you can tell because the colors have gone through versus not gone through. This one I've started. Done the sloth, the sleepy sloth. And I obviously started the door a while back and didn't get very far. Don't know why I stopped. I'll have to go back and finish that one. The two chameleons up the tree. So much yellowing. The monkeys with the snake as a swing. I like that one. It's very cute. The three sloths on the pile of washing. And I have, oh no, and the frogs jumping over the turtle. And again, so much yellowing. I'm going to have to start putting stuff between the pages. Sorry, some of these aren't quite straight. I'm just trying to do this quickly. This one, I did pastels for the colouring, so I don't know if it shows up that well on camera, but it's pale blue, and the clouds are pinks and stuff. The chameleon doing the painting, and I tried to get the same colours up here as on the leaf so that it looked like she was actually painting from the palette. And I think that might be it. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing over the last 6 or 7 months or so. Big pile of books, not a whole huge amount of colouring, I guess, for the whole time, but it's progress. And I can see progress with my colouring, which I'm really happy about. So, yeah, keep watching. See you next time.